Good day. My name is Marwan Zakaria. Thank you for attending, and thanks for the web audience. In the next 20 minutes, I am going to take you into the process we have followed at Allison Transmission to actually make a decision to implement PLM 701 and why. Just a quick 1 minute about Allison Transmission. It's a premier global provider, designer, manufacturer, and distributor of automatic transmission. We have 3 segments: on-highway, off-highway, and military, tracked, and wheeled vehicles. We have about 3,000 plus employees, primarily in the Indianapolis area, and we have global presence in India, Europe, South America. We serve over 250 OEMs. That means our product goes into other vehicles, and we have over 1,500 distributors. We were part of the General Motors family for over 77 years. We got divested or sold in 2007. Just to set the stage, I'm going to tell you a bit about where are we on the SAP journey. We went live 2001, actually January 1, 2001, with a lot of functionality in SAP. The reason for it was to go global, to launch new facilities. One of them was in Baltimore. And along the way, we have been keeping up with the technology. We moved from SAP 4.6c to ECC and ERP6 in 2007, just upon our divestiture. And we also implemented NetWeaver Business Client, Treasury, BPC, and other acronyms. Now, it sounds like a lot, like we have done a lot. But in fact, we did our analysis. We are only using 20% of the functionality of SAP. About a year and a half ago, we also rolled out a global instance, and currently we have about half a dozen projects in flight. One of them is the PLM project and the topic of today's discussion. And also to set the stage, I want to also tell you about how we use the PDM. PDM is Product Data Management. It's one of the elements of PLM. We have been using PDM for over 20 years. In 1999 to 2000, we used Sherpa. It was the standard of the industry until they basically were sold and they were disappeared from the market. We evaluated moving to SAP PLM about 10 years ago, and we made the decision not to at the time. Many reasons why, but we went to the Team Center PLM at the time. Later on, we started consolidating all of our CAD data, and we went only NX. And NX5, because NX has interchangeable data format to go to Pro-E and CATIA. Along with using NX and Team Center, we have approximately 12 systems. I'd like to call them best of breed. These systems govern the process of engineering an enterprise from end to end. I am sure every company you work for uses Excel, has some sort of email client, has custom applications, and you might also have document management systems in-house. We also have over 3.5 million documents on network shares for collaboration. Now, the case for change. A lot of pressures in the marketplace. We need to come up with new products. We have to make products faster. Executive leadership decided to embark on a change initiative to take the process of making new products and basically making it faster and redeploy some of the engineering and talents that are working on continuous basis for changes to existing products to make brand new products and expand the market and obviously the sales and so on. So the business set up 2 new directions. One is to be able to execute product development faster and to be able to do more with less resources. Hence, a program of change. We called it Falcon, and we used the reverse acronym. You could see it on the screen, just so people get used to the change. This program initiated or required over 40 IT charters. These are systems and services that this program, to enable it, you have to roll out new systems. I am from the IT. I'm the program manager for this initiative. I took all of these IT charters. We did slice them and dice them. We did evaluate them, and we prioritized them, and we ranked them into 3 waves. The first one is what we call it foundational. The second is strategic, and the third is continuous improvement. And we looked at of all of the systems and solutions in the marketplace, and we established that 60% plus of all of the needs of this program we call Falcon will be answered by a PLM solution. The remainder could be a document management system and collaboration system and so on. So a PLM was basically the answer for our change. Now, what we need to put in a business case for this. This is obviously going to be a major initiative that is going to consume money, resources, effort, and some say opportunity lost. So we came up with these business initiatives, and we built a business case to try to secure funding for this effort. From the get-go, when the executive leadership said, go, put a program together and implement, these are the bullets that constitute the expectations or the goals this program will achieve. We will reduce time to market. We will improve access to enterprise data. We will facilitate cross-functional collaboration. We will achieve process optimization. Now, these are nice words. How do you get there? Once the direction is given, fantastic words. So what's the process? I'm sure many of the audience have reached some sort of somewhere for what described so far, but what's next? Now, for the lack of time, I'm jumping ahead and I'm giving you the next step. Obviously, we went through a system integrator search. We targeted over 16 companies, global companies who do implementation of SAP PLM. We down selected until we got to the point of selected the partner. And then we established a process. This process will give us the roadmap of what to implement of the PLM functionality and when, based on business priority. So I'm giving you just some graphics to illustrate that the steps and the timeline. This is a very compressed 5-week that took us from, in the summertime, about 5 weeks to take us from beginning until end to establish a roadmap. And not just a one option, we developed multiple options and multiple scenarios. So what are the steps that took us from beginning until a roadmap establishment? Is a team was assembled. We conducted over 34 workshops, involved 60 plus business resources. And these business resources are extremely busy. They actually have a daytime job. And we covered all functions of the business at Allison Transmission. And the team collectively identified over 71, let's call them bottlenecks or opportunities for improvements that the business process is encountering from going faster. All of these opportunities were scored in terms of complexity, in terms of ease of solution, in terms of importance, and when do you need to solve it. And we just drew the waterline. 40 items, we said that's our scope. We are going to tackle the top 40 items from our list of opportunities. So, and we grouped them and we came up with this roadmap. We called it the business capabilities roadmap. And I'm going to show it to you next. Well, I'm going to show you first here the mapping of these opportunities or bottlenecks in the business process superimposed on our business process for developing a product. Now, we have acronyms that are used in the automotive industry that might or might not sound familiar to you, but proof of concept, concept validation, design validation, and so on. These are a 5-phase approach to taking a concept from idea until production. We mapped these opportunities on top of this process, and we validated what the SAP PLM solution gives us. And this validation came with a map like this. SAP provides a map, and this map, I'd like to call it the solution map, where the top is the functionality or the features. I've de-highlighted some of the items like these are de-highlighted. We are not really concerned about recipes or market launch. We are concerned about all of these items here. So we took all of our 70+ opportunities and we mapped them, and we established a very good fit. Okay, so we went from bottoms up. This is just a graphics of our capability roadmap. It's a 3-phase, 3-year, really busy work ahead. We presented to executives 2 approaches. One is a 4-phase, 3.5 years plus. One is a 3-year, 3-phase. Obviously, they chose 3-year, 3-phase. Go faster, deliver functionality, and get value as soon as you can. So we got the go-ahead July 19, 2010, and we got really busy. And we intend to go live. This is a little bit outdated, sometimes in September 6, just after the Labor Day. And with this, we are going to realize many, many scope items. We are moving our data entirely from Teamcenter, Siemens PLM, PDM solution. We are taking our entire enterprise change management and programming it in SAP PLM and PPM5. And along the same time, we are deploying at least 5 other projects that are in flight right now. So what are other decision points that we made? Well, we made the decision that we are migrating everything. We are not archiving, purging. We are going to assess data integrity ahead of time. We teamed up and acquired the services of a company by name of DSC that came and looked at our data to see how clean it is. Obviously, we have been in the PDM system for 20 years, but we have no assurances that the data has been clean enough to map directly. We map objects, solutions from Teamcenter to SAP PLM, different languages. We brought in the expert from both, and we did the 100% mapping. And we decided on a content server that is basically where the data resides to be close to the users in Indianapolis. And for another reason also, we hold a lot of military data, so that the server has to be on US soil. BOM integration was another decision point for us. Obviously, for over 10 years, we have engineering bill of material hosted in the Teamcenter Siemens PLM solution. Manufacturing bill of material has been hosted in SAP, and now everything is going to be in one place. We wanted to ensure that there is a data integrity, and we want to ensure flawless executions. That means promotion from engineering BOM to manufacturing BOM has to be done in an automated way to really make it go faster when we release a product. At the time of our decision, there was no feature in SAP PLM that was going to go live, but the GSS feature, which is the guided structure synchronization, was delivered beginning of May, and it's part of the PLM 701 feature set. That is the product that's going to take engineering bill of material and promote to manufacturing bill of material and ensure synchronization. And we also enhanced our optimized release. Our engineering release and enterprise release was enhanced with the SAP PLM solution. Now, a lot of talk, many years until we got to this point. I want to just jump to the lessons learned here. A key lessons learned for us, and I want to stress this, it's a journey. It is not a single project, and it is not done by IT alone or by business alone. Has to be a perfect harmonized relationship between the IT department and the business folks to really get these projects kicked and underway. Another one we learned is PLM is not a system, it is not a solution, it's a process. That means if you don't have the process of PLM defined in your organization, you shouldn't go get a system to define the process. So we have been doing PLM for a long time, and we have been doing successfully, but we have been doing it in disjointed systems that span a dozen to a dozen and a half systems and have redundant data and sometimes multiple sources of information. So you have to have the system, you have to have the process, and then you get the solution of the system to deploy. For us, was what I call a perfect storm to get the project underway, because there's no perfect time to implement a change. At Allison Transmission, we are developing more new products today than the last 40 years combined. This is, and to go and change the process and change the system, it's like changing the flat tire if you're going 100 miles an hour. It doesn't make much sense, but there's no perfect time for making a change or deploying a new system. Another very important lessons learned for us is try to configure more and customize less, for obvious reasons. But then business process owners will say, I want this, my process will not work without this, customize this. Customization in SAP is very costly. And we have to use a combination of arguments and convincing to do less of the customization. Organizational change management, OCM, is not to be underestimated at all. You have to take it with all seriousness, and you have to plan it from the beginning because of the change. I'm going to give you a couple of slides at the end just to illustrate our product and the complexity. I don't think there are many mechanics in the room, but the Allison product is a highly sophisticated transmission that has upward of 600 parts. The software that runs the product is over 1 million lines of code, has over 160,000 parameters to tweak it. So we have been in business for about 100 years, and that is the absolutely most recent product that's going to be in the market soon. And here's another view of it. Thank you.